Hello Ali Pallies and welcome back to my channel. Now this video is just a one-off video. It's got nothing to do with makeup, but I've promised a few Ali Pallies that I'm going to be posting this for a while. And it's to do with my disability, and it's a letter that I wrote to my body to describe to other people and to myself and just get it out of my system what it's like to live with my disability. And it's an excerpt taken from a conference called Shine 40+. Now Shine is a charity that works with people who've got spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Now hydrocephalus often goes alongside spina bifida, although I do not have hydrocephalus. And also some people just have hydrocephalus. But for me, it's given me a tremendous amount of support around my spina bifida. And I was asked to do this talk at a conference to talk about living with spina bifida. And so I decided that I was going to read this letter out to everyone because it describes better than I've ever managed to find a way to describe it. And I hope you enjoy it. Now, if you're tuning in because you're expecting this to be a makeup video, apologies, this is just a one-off, and I am getting ready. As soon as my hair is dry, I'm going to be doing a first impression review of the Yves Saint Laurent new eyeshadow sticks. So I'm really excited about that. But for those of you that have got similar conditions or just conditions where you have symptoms and problems with your body, with your physical strength, I hope that you enjoy this video, and that is the purpose of me sharing it with you today. So enjoy, and I will catch you later with another makeup video, and all services will be resumed. All right, take care, enjoy, and I'll see you very soon.
You know why I've called my talk Dear Body, Dear Shine, but to those of you that don't, I actually went on to Shine 40 one day feeling very frustrated with my body and wrote a letter to my body, so I'm going to finish by reading you the letter. Dear Body, I wanted to write to you to tell you how I feel, because it's really helped me, particularly over the last year. You've always demanded that I listen to you, and so it's about time I took control and had my say too. We haven't always had the easiest relationship. From very early on you taught me to ignore you at my peril. Sometimes I thought you were so unfair. After all, I only wanted to do what my peers were doing. Is that such a crime? So in my teens and early 20s, I did to you what most people do to their parents. I rebelled. Who were you to tell me what I could and couldn't do? We went into battle. I punished you, you punished me. Do you remember when I took you out on New Year's Eve when we were 20 years old? I made you dance the night away in an Irish club. Boy, did I have fun, and collapsed into bed at 3 in the morning. You woke me up an hour later screaming and shouting at me, and when I got out of bed to get help from my mum, you took my legs away, so I had to crawl on all fours. Okay, I get it, you wanted to scare me, but did you have to scare my mum too? My mum and sister provided me with legs that New Year's morning by chairlifting me into the doctor's surgery, and my penance was 2 whole weeks laying flat on my back. Body 1, Ali 0. Well done, spoilsport. I was so angry with you. Then there were the sneaky things you did, the things I couldn't feel, like breaking down my skin and giving me cellulitis on your foot on my 20th birthday. I was in a foul mood for my entire birthday to everyone around me before I realised what you'd done. But I realise now that that unexplainable bad mood was you trying to tell me, our foot's in danger, you need to stop immediately. And thankfully, what you didn't have in nerves, you made up for in my sight. So I spotted you playing join the dots up my leg, en route to my lymph nodes. I didn't know what that little red line meant back then, but thankfully when the GP said, do you require an urgent appointment? My instinct said yes. Bedbound again. Body 2, Ali 0. Birthday spoiled as well as New Year. I hated you. But it hasn't all been that bad, has it, body? Remember when you, along with my partner, helped me make another body and kept it warm for 9 months? And you shouted, "Give me appetizer now or I will make you cry, your baby needs it." My ability to hear you then was so much more heightened. And I still marvel at how you made me rush to the shops for cornflakes before I even knew I was pregnant. Clever that. No, it didn't go unnoticed. Cornflakes have folic acid in them, I know. I developed such respect for you during that time as you kept me on my feet whilst carrying around that 8-pound, 14-ounce bruiser of mine. Okay, so you needed some crutches at the end, but the reserves of strength you found were awesome. Now that I'm in my 40s, you've let me know we can't go it alone anymore. So I bought you crutches and a mobility scooter. But far from feeling like I've lost the battle with you, I developed a sense of inner peace. I realised that I don't have to fight with you anymore. You're not punishing me. I'm not punishing you. We are protecting one another. Sometimes it's depressing when I'm reminded that you can't go as quickly as me. I wake up full of thoughts and ideas whilst you're still working out how to get me out of bed without making me fall over. And sometimes I forget how much you've slowed down over the years and I literally fall over my own feet. There are times I want to shout at you, "Come on, Willie, I've got a life to lead, hurry up." Most bodies my age aren't slowing down, so they don't understand. And that can feel like a lonely place to be, because others expect us to just carry on. After all, you could never walk me far, so why get upset? But you know that I know how much we've lost. All that wear and tear just to try and keep up with the rest has taken its toll. But hey, who said life was fair? Some of my fellow Shine members know how that feels, and some have bodies that move faster than they can think, so they understand too. They're like my new Shine family, who have really helped me enormously to come to terms with you and to know that I'm not alone. Despite all the ups and downs we've been through, I've developed a tremendous respect for you. You may scream and shout at me sometimes. Sometimes I ignore you, and let's face it, sometimes I have to ignore you. And sometimes you force me to stop, even though I don't want to. And yes, it's not fair that other bodies around us can live in blissful ignorance of what that feels like. But despite all of this, I love you, and I'm glad that you're my body. You've taught me to never take you for granted, and I wonder how many other bodies have done that for their owners. Before I go, body, I want to remember another body. The body that gave you life and brought us into the world. The body and soul we call Mum. Her body is gone now, but her spirit is still with me. The spirit that fought for you before I was old enough to take care of you myself. The body that nursed me and pushed me in a wheelchair, who fought to keep you alive on our first Christmas. The soul that always told me to never stop reaching for rainbows. She walks beside us every day, and when we're struggling, we can hear her saying, "One more step, you can do it." She's with me now, even without her body, and I know she's smiling. We've come so far, dear body, and we've got a long way to go before we part. I can't promise I'll never be angry with you, any more than you can promise you'll never scream and shout at me again. But with a little faith, hope, and courage, we will do what we've always done. Find a way. Take care of me. Lots of love, Ali.